Shall we begin?
Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Matticus Valentin Kole. Happy Tuesday. Alright you guys, I had a topic that I was requested to speak on, and so without a lot of hyperbole, let's get to it, okay? Basically, it's revolving around complaining, bitching, whining. We've all heard it, we've all seen it, some of us have even done it. Let's be real. Alright, hell, even me doing this vlog is a kind of hypocritical since I'm complaining about complaining. You know, we've all heard that stuff. MGTOW is always complaining about women. Feminists are always complaining about men. Black people are always complaining about white people. White people are always complaining about people complaining about them. Democrats are always complaining about Republicans. Republicans are always complaining about everyone not being a Republican. Talk show hosts are always complaining about Donald Trump. Donald Trump is always complaining about fake news, but also at Funkin' Wagnalls for denying his request to rename the U.S. Trumpetopia on the official maps. You know, and look, I'm a telemarketer. I hear complaining all freaking day. Okay? Now, don't get me wrong. I get why people are upset. And though not as often as they think, they do have a legitimate grievance or two. And as an additional olive branch, I'll even say that I support the need to talk about what's bothering you. Though, in most cases, I'd prefer they actually tell a therapist and save me a headache. Make sense? Okay. Alright, but here's what I noticed. In all the complaining from any group, two things are always missing. One, respect for the opinions of those whose opinions are different than theirs, albeit slight in some cases. And second, no real solution that all parties can live with at any rate. Okay? It's like everyone sits around saying, we won't be happy until we're androgynous gods and everyone else is either dead or on another continent or under my thumb serving me margaritas and wearing muzzles. Now, someone make me a vegan broccoli Pop-Tart. They don't have vegan Pop-Tarts? Oppression! Oh my god! We all hear about that all day, every day, it seems like. We're inundated and polluted with it. And, you know, I always try to do research to kind of back up the kind of opinions that I do. And I got two quotes that kind of speak to complaining a little bit. George Sand, who was famous for the La Petite Fadette, he said, God abandons only those who abandon themselves, and whoever has the courage to shut up his sorrow within his own heart is stronger to fight against it than he who complains. I think that's very true. On the flip side, Lou Holtz said, never tell your problems to anyone. 20% don't care, and the other 80% are just glad you have them. He should have been a telemarketer, for sure. So to help, here's my advice, and of course, it's up to you to take it or leave it, okay? First, people suck sometimes. We're family in my eyes, but even with those who share our blood, there are always those who are calm, others are logical, some are funny or crazy, and some just drive us nuts. We've all got it. But even those are given every chance. They get all of our love, and we never leave them, no matter what. It's no different in society or culture. But although you love your crazy Uncle Barry who swears in church and loves to fart in the elevator, he's still family, and you would never go out of your way to hurt him or throw him out. So if we can learn to live with and accept even the worst of our own flesh and blood, why don't you think we should give that same get-out-of-jail-free card to other people who get under your skin? Okay? The answer? You should. And they should do the same for you. If you live in a free society, then that society, by definition, must be free. Free to say what they want, do what they want, have any opinion they want, and so long as they're not putting their hands on you in violence, who cares? People have enough of their own problems, which is why, for the most part, no one cares about yours. It's why therapy exists. Now, the problem is that everyone wants change to be instant. But since the beginning of time, change has always been a slow-moving wheel, sometimes painfully slow. And when you try to force the wheel to turn faster, The wheel breaks down, leaving everyone cursed to go absolutely nowhere. If there is no patience, there is no change. If there is no compromise, there is no change. If there is no humility, there is no change. If there is no love for anything other than yourself, there is no change. Second point is life isn't fair. That's been a constant in life and taught to us for thousands of years, and there's no philosophy or plan of action that will ever change that. Why? Because you can't please everyone. Period. And last, I will tell you something I've said a dozen times in a dozen other videos. Treat others the way you want to be treated. The golden freaking rule. Why is it golden? Because people, by their very nature, give more care and attention to people who give them the same respect that they demand from others. Period. Which is why people, mostly social justice warriors, are a minority and easily the loudest group in the world. It's not that they don't have a good point here and there, they do. But how they express their point of view with loud, accusatory, and very close-minded tones are heard by many, but ignored by nearly everyone who turned their head to see what all the racket was about. I mean, who's going to allow themselves to be scared or bullied into thinking a certain way? Most of America would say, hell no. I mean, do you know the history of the United States? Since our formation, Americans have a tradition of so long as it doesn't hurt me or people I know, fuck what you think. If we were easily intimidated, this whole country would still be English. God bless them. And since we can't be swayed or shamed and punch out who swings at us first, they instead complain, and so does everyone else. So to recap, simply put, do or do not. It's up to you. Treat people like family. Don't give up on them or push them away no matter what. 2, have patience. Change happens at its own pace or not at all. So save yourself a stroke and chill. 3, life isn't fair and strength comes from endurance as opposed to conflict. And 4, treat others the way you want to be treated. It's the only way to live. No kidding. But again, do it or not. It's up to you. All right. Well, guys, that's it for me. I hope that answers the question. I'm very curious to know what you think. Any opinions on this topic or any other topics you'd like to discuss, please put them in the comments below. If you like this video, please give it a liker, a thumbs up, and if it's your first time here, hey, subscribe. But as always, keep the shadows at your feet and forever out of your heart. I loves you. Oh, I appreciate you. Laters.